Hello everyone, welcome for this new community show. Today is a very exciting day because it's a new patch and a patch day is always exciting. I also have a new guest, a guest that I have been introducing you to you, but it's the first time he's joining the community show, so I'm pretty excited. Today it's Antrix that joined me. So let's get started, guys. And here we are. Awesome. Hello and welcome, Antrix.
Thank you, thank you.
How are you doing?
I'm doing good.
Okay, that's really cool. So it's nice to have you here on the show because not long ago I have been introducing you as a new player and a new streamer. So that was, it seems like only a few episodes ago. How long have you been playing now?
Since the start of March.
Yeah, you did join thanks to the free trial, haven't you?
Yeah.
Okay, so tell me, what are your first impression about the game?
Well, my first impression, it was difficult. But as I played, and it got better and better, and I met a lot of new people, and yeah, I just been loving the game so far.
Yeah, you seems to be very active and to stream a lot. It was
Yeah.
also the start of your journey as a streamer at the same time that you started Embers Adrift.
Yeah, almost. I started in the beginning of this year.
Okay. So you made your place. You have done a video that I really enjoyed, and I find it's pretty beautiful because you were explaining that what you enjoyed was Embers Adrift as a shy player was to be forced to meet as a player and to be forced to get out of your comfort zone. Can you explain a little bit more about that feeling?
Well, I'm not that good of taking contact with other people. I find it hard. But yeah, I met a few people who really helped me out and is really good at creating groups and so on. And step by step, I actually take contact with players and do it myself. So
yeah, it is really cool because there's really kind of a band of streamer friends that are hanging out very late at night and playing way too long. So it's really, it's nice to see. So in case you didn't know, Antrix is of course streaming on Twitch, and I really recommend you to follow him. So let's check a little clip of what you're doing.
Okay. Should I go do that or just stay here?
Oh, you can finish it.
Huh?
You can finish it.
I don't know what that means. I don't know how. I thought we were just killing random stuff and getting lost.
Well, you had a quest you were doing.
Oh, yeah, I guess. Let's look at the quest.
I guess, whatever.
and
I still have to look for him near the monolith. I'm not in the.
Yeah.
I'm not at the right part of the quest at all.
Oh, you're not even in the part in here.
Yeah.
Perfect.
After we're done with this, we're gonna go down and take those exiles.
Yeah, we can do a break. Get him some repairs done, and then
Okay, we can come back. Okay, let's get back.
Works.
Yep. Sure. I'm almost dead if I don't get healed soon.
Yeah. I'm picking you up right now. I don't know why he's not healing.
I don't know.
Are you, is he on Discord? Oh, Jetron, are you, he's disconnected?
I don't know.
Which one?
Who's Sakil? You're not Sakil, right? You're Feather?
I'm Feather, yeah.
Oh, where did Sakil Did you get disconnected?
Yeah, the healer is gone.
Oh, that's not good.
No.
He's offline.
Yeah.
I wasn't. I was AFK, so I wasn't sure if you messaged something.
Well, we better get ourselves to a safe place until he gets back.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't know. Was he like down below?
I have no clue.
And voila, that's the little clip I enjoy to showcase those very social moments and your interaction with your group, and so that's pretty cool.
Yep.
But I just realized I've been extremely rude and I didn't ask you to introduce yourself, so maybe do just that.
Okay. Well, I'm Antrix, and yeah, I just started to stream 24/7. So I'm actually a tattoo artist, but I've stopped because of my health, and I started streaming and being a content creator. So yeah.
Well, it's really cool. At least there's a very nice atmosphere on your stream, and yeah, you are always hanging out with people, and it seems very fun. It's really, I think, showcase the game under its best day, which is interacting with other players.
Yeah.
Can you tell me what you prefer with Embers Adrift? What are the things that you like, and maybe the things that you don't like?
The first thing is the community and the people I've been playing with. That's the first thing that I really like, and also the more and more I play the game, actually I like the way the game is built up, and it's different from what I'm used to. And if I have any bad things, I don't think I have any bad things to say about the game, actually, because I haven't experienced everything yet.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
nice. Good point. So you're playing 3 different characters. Can you speak a little bit about the character you play and what you prefer, what you enjoyed most?
Yeah, I like the Berserker and the Marshal, and I have never played healer in a game, so I created a healer in this game. And well, it's not to my liking, but I'm trying it anyways.
Oh, this is interesting. I'm
Yeah.
really wondering what will it be your conclusion once you get a little higher with your healer and you
Yeah.
play a little bit more with it. So that's kind of courageous to try something you don't like. There's a lot of compliment about you in the chat, by the way. So people say you're a nice teaming buddy, that you helped them a lot, and so that's really cool. Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
Cool.
All right, but let's be serious. Today we have plenty of things very important to discuss about, but also very exciting because it's patch day, yay! So we do have the new content coming in. We are going to discuss about that. I'm going to read the patch notes in detail with every new feature. But first and before everything, there's the trailer reveal that I have prepared for you guys. So is everyone excited to see the trailer? Do you want to see the trailer? Yeah, look at this. All those people complimenting you, Antrix. That's so cool. That's so nice. All right, let's go with the trailer. And voila, that was the trailer. So, 4 major new stuff coming in this month. We have 5 new quests. We have the mail system. We have the expanded map system and transport. And then the travel essence. What is your favorite feature? The one thing you're the most excited about?
I think it's the travel lessons.
Ah, nice. Can you describe why?
Yeah, because I kind of forget to check how much essence I have. So suddenly I can teleport or use them. Yeah.
Yeah, I get that. Okay, so you use all of your alchemy and then you're stuck without a essence and
Yeah.
you cannot travel anymore. You have to run.
Yep.
Okay, I see. So that's really, really cool. And yes, indeed, Marcus, I did send you some urine. I hope you liked it when you received it. I hope I made you happy. So Marcus is saying, quests are the big deal for me. No spoiler, please. Don't worry, there will be no spoiler related to the quest. Simply because I've not done all the quests, so it's all right. There's some really cool quests that are more important. But among all those quests, you also have a small tutorial quest. So that's the only thing I may talk about because it's more of a beginner quest to introduce you to some feature in the game that you didn't had any tutorial about, so some players were confused. So hopefully that will help them. All right. Yeah, exactly. That's why we have mail, so we can mailing region and weapon to other player. Exactly. All right. So now, I propose that we are going to read those patch notes. I mean, we have to, right? Patch note. So very exciting. So like I say, Antrix, do not hesitate to interrupt me if you have something to say. This month's patch introduced the mail system, add a number of map improvements, and more. Also included at no additional charge, 5 new quests, travel essence, and a slew of misc updates and performance improvements. So let's start with the tech. Fix an issue causing some audio clips to be loaded into memory multiple times. That should help the performance. Adjusted some weapon texture setting for better performance. Improved the overall performance of overhead nameplate initialization. This was done by increasing the initial pool and properly allowing them to initialize their internal data at the start of the game rather than their first use. This was causing considerable slowdown in areas with high mob density, especially humanoid, and should improve initialization performance in those areas a bit. There's still a number of humanoid initialization performance improvements that are being worked on. So really nice. So all of that for better performance. Environment art. Fix stuck spot in New Haven Valley, Dryfoot Stronghold, Grimstone Canyon, Grizzle Peaks, Ember Vein, and Aquifer. A little shout out to all the players that are getting stuck in those places and allowing us to correct them. Thank you once again for your services. Updated the Proving Ground collider so that your feet are more firmly planted on the actual surface. Updated Glacial Sword visual, adjusted LOD on a number of props, removed mushroom growing inside of a tent on the character selected screen, increased the time between shriek idle tick with decreased the frequency in which they shriek. I think that's nice. I think everyone will like that. Scale armor have been colored. Interface. Fix an issue with the perm item repair icon showing for item with 0 AC. Fixed toxic spit ability emote to not reference you if spit of anyone nearby. Added global repair icon next to player nameplate. This icon will appear next to your nameplate when one of your equipped items is operating at less than 100% capacity. For armor, this trigger when one is below 80% durability and the AC is suffering. For weapon, this trigger when one is below 20% durability and its damage is suffering. The top tip of this icon will state which slots are impacted. Added a button to tutorial which will open your log to the appropriate tutorial entry. added an open map button to the monolith context menu, updated the confirmation text when forgetting base role, specialization, and profession to be a bit more specific about what you will lose, which I think can be useful. Known recipe for profession that you have forgotten will show as previously known rather than already known on their tooltip. However, those will be considered a known recipe when it comes to loot filter. Design. Added juice to Pipe Vendor at the Proving Ground. Spider Stalker can no longer go ashen. Adjusted all NPC resilience buff so they will no longer use them until they are close to death. Those abilities now last longer and have a longer cooldown. This should provide more time for players to deal with those buffs while also not wasting the NPC cooldown before needing it. Note that those buffs fall off after a specific number of hits or when the time expires. Adjusted NPC heal ability to only be used when they are at lower health. Task. Fix a typo in the Northridge Plateau task. Grimstone Canyon Doe task expanded to include all deer, and Red Shore Ridgeback task only require 5 Ridgeback and 10 crocodile. Quest added. Added the Ballad of the Merry Five, added the Cordon Heresy, added Into the Drifts, added the Legacy of House Hans, and added a Puzzling Inheritance. Okay. So now let's ready for the new stuff. New stuff. You can now mail other player in Embers Adrift. You can send them a simple letter, attach an item and or coin, or set an item cash on delivery, COD. The recipient of those messages can either accept or decline any attachment. When declined, those will be returned to the sender. If something was sent COD, the recipient must pay the cost before they can accept the item. The cost will be returned to the sender as an attachment. Mailbox have been added to New Haven City and most major encampment north of the wall. So that's the mailbox. Very pretty.
Nice.
All right. A few important bits of information. Sending a simple text-only message had a flat rate. The per item rate is based on the item category, color. Think of it as an insurance. Those prices are subject to change based on player feedback. There is 1 item attachment slot and 6 subscriber-only attachment slots. Those additional attachment slots are provided as a convenience. So that's a pretty important little addendum to do here. That doesn't mean that a non-subscriber can only send 1 item. That means a non-subscriber needs to send 6 mail if they want to send 6 items. That's the only difference, so it's a little bit more annoying because you need to create a different email, and so it's more convenient to be a subscriber because you can send everything at once. But that's about it. So do not worry, as a non-subscriber you can send as many items as you want. You will just have to create a mail separately for each item. You cannot send mail to yourself, so you cannot use this as a second inventory. You cannot send mail to other characters of the same account. Same thing. Use the share storage. Yeah, you cannot cheat. You cannot use this as a separate inventory. Messages are pulled on the social server, and hence there can be a delay of a few minutes before the mail is received. Mail expiration time is currently set to 10 days. Return mail has an expiration time currently set to 10 days. In other words, it refreshes when returned to sender. So meaning if you have sent a COD item to someone and that someone is not paying you, you will receive back your item after 10 days. We have been discussing that we will not do the decline from the sender, so you cannot cancel your sending when you think the receiver has not paid you fast enough. Sorry for that, but that's the that's the design for now. Maybe it will be changed later. Do not hesitate to give your feedback related to that after use. There's an attachment limit on your box of 10. This value represents the number of messages in your inbox with an unaccepted attachment, item and/or count, multiple items attached to a single message count as one. No further message with attachment will be able to be sent to you until those are accepted, rejected. The value of 10 is subject to change based on player feedback. Okay, so that's also the reason if you have an inactive player, you cannot continue to send them item. If that player has not opened their mail and take the attachment into it, there will be a moment after 10 where you cannot send item to them. So be sure to empty your mailbox if you want to continue to receive items and money and stuff like that. So you cannot send Elloa 1,000 fish bones except in one shot. If you send them in one attachment, you can, but not separately. A functional mail system is the first step towards any sort of auction house, job board, bazaar, consignment shop, etc. We are still tinkering with design in this space, but having mail in place opens up our option for future. So that's what I've been telling you since forever. So we say it again. Now there's a mail system. We will see how this goes. And later, we might include a trading system in game. If you have ideas, if you have suggestions, do not hesitate to create a thread on the forum and gather all of those suggestions on that thread so you can discuss between the community about which system you will think the most worth it. Maybe I can start the thread so we gather that kind of feedback. Mail is not available for trial player, which makes sense as we don't want to send them to send you promotion to their only fan or something. In case that will happen in Embers Adrift, who knows? Probably not, but you never know. You need to be careful with those kind of things. Flubit is saying, so I can send 10 emails to Annoying Llama with 1 carrot and he has to open them before his email is unblocked. Yeah, that's what it. Yeah, so it is important to discuss about this and to give feedback about this. Because who knows if it can be subject of griefing and stuff like that. So I don't think the community will be immature enough to do those kind of things, but who knows? If someone want to block the... if you want to annoy someone, you could absolutely do something like that. So... The limit of 10, etc. is our first attempt. Give you feedback related to that after trying and experimenting it, and we will listen to it and we will adjust if necessary.
Okay.
And high energy, enjoy the big bonfire. Enjoy the spring. Is it possible to block sender? Yeah, I do think you cannot receive mail from people you have blocked. It has not been precise here, but you cannot receive mail from players you have blocked. So that's it for the mail. So let's spend a little time to speak about the mail. What do you think about that, Andres?
To be honest, I think one person should not be able to fill up all the mail. So it's one slot should be opened. So it's not possible. But yeah.
Yeah, so these are the kind of things I think we will need to tinker a little bit after experimentation and such, because yeah, like Flavit, you were saying this as a joke, but it could be something that someone would want to do for annoying someone, or even not intentionally. You know, I'm sending all region and then the person cannot have their COD they wanted. So be also cautious to empty your mailbox, etc. We will have to see if it needs to be improved, how it needs to be improved. It will probably need some adjustment. So we have been testing one more month to be sure there was no bug, no things, but there are always possibility of abusing the system. We are trying to ensure that you cannot do it in any way, but if you find some little trick, some little bypass that player could use, you know, yeah, just share your feedback along this first month. We have the mail system for the first time. It was a very long task. It took a long time to create, and there might be something we missed. There might be some feature we oversight despite of best care. So please try it, play it, use it, and share your feedback with it.
Of course.
So the person that are blocked cannot send you anything. So if you are blocking someone, you should not receive mail from them. Obviously, that makes sense. So Marcus is saying, in all seriousness, I think you should be able to send item to your alt. I think the convenience is worth more than the people abusing on the system. Yeah, well, that's a big debate for now. We don't want you to do that because you have a storage for it, and so that's how you exchange item with you as a character. In other game, you don't have the shared storage from accounts. They are separate most of the time. I know World of Warcraft is coming with the Warband system, but that's after 20 years of existence. But before that, even in World of Warcraft, you could not exchange item with your alt. You had to use the mail system because you didn't have the shared storage. In Embers Adrift, you do have a shared storage, so you do have a solution. You can exchange item within your different character on your same account. So for now, it's going to be that way. We will see after.
Yep.
All right, let's go to the map improvements.
Yay.
We have added functionality of the in-game map to allow for pan, zoom, and loading of different maps. We have also expanded the teleport functionality that was previously implemented for Monolith, embering to work for Monolith, to Monolith teleport. This means that while standing near a Monolith, you can teleport to a different Monolith via the map as opposed to the context menu typically used. At some point in the future, this context menu will likely be removed in favor of using the match. For now, we are using it, we are leaving it, so people are not completely confused and they can get used to the new way of teleporting from monolith to monolith using the world map or using the individual map. At the top of the map window, you will now find the world icon. Hitting this button will take you back and forth between your current map and the world map. You can also right-click anywhere inside the map while on a zone map to back out to the world map. Zone drop-down. This drop-down will list all the zones you have discovered and can load plus the world map. Select one of those will load that map. Zoom in and out. Clicking either those will either zoom in or zoom out. Alternatively, you can zoom via your mouse wheel. Reset zoom. Clicking this button will reset the zoom value.
I have a question.
Yes.
Yes. If you're in a monolith, and can you go to embering on another map?
No, you
or do you have to? Yeah. So you have to teleport to another monolith and then to the fire.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
so when you will see the other map, you will not have the option of selecting an embering to teleport to them.
Okay.
That option is only for the map you're currently in.
Okay. Yeah.
In addition to the above functionality, you can now click on zone line marker or zone name of the world map to load that particular zone. Note that the map window still cannot be resized. This is on the to-do list. Travel essence. Oh yeah, well, let's continue to speak about the map first. So yeah, here you can really see that will be the world map. In this world map, Grizzle Peak has not been discovered and Grimstone Canyon either. So those are invisible on your world map because you need to discover, to continue to discover, to see it on your map. So you can just see, okay, there's something here, but I do not know what it is. You don't have to complete the map to be able to see it on your world map. You just have to be there. So that's also important. The world map will show complete if you have explored or being once in every zone. You don't have to have explored completely the whole area to be able to see it on your world map. So here you will see that you are into a monolith. You can teleport, and you can either use the teleportation from the world map, or you can use it from a map if you choose that map from that zone. Let's speak about the travel essence. Unless you have another comment to do about the maps.
Not at the moment.
Okay.
It looks good.
Yeah, I think it will be very convenient. This is the kind of little things that is not really necessary for the game to work, but will add some comfort and some ease.
Yep.
I think especially the ability of parsing a world map, that's pretty exciting. And it has been something that has been requested for a long time by the community.
Okay.
And then be able to see another map. Like, for example, where are your friends? And you're in Northreach, and then give you a rendezvous in Meadowland. You can open from Northreach that Meadowland map and see, oh, okay, you're there, all right. I think it's very, very important. It's those little things that we are adding step by step that I think will make Embers Adrift a more full and fledged game. But that takes time, obviously, so we cannot work on that all the time, and it will come step by step. Travel essence. All right. That one is a big subject because not everyone is excited about it. But Antrix said it was his favorite thing, so, you know, some people like it. Travel essence. One of the often critique about the alchemy system is that higher level player cannot acquire Ember essence reliably in lower level zone. This can disincentivize player from visiting lower level zone, and they might not have enough essence for traveling back to higher level zone. Since implementing fast travel via the monolith, we have been brainstorming different ideas on how we might allow player to also pay for travel with in-game currency. This will add a natural gold thing in game while allowing player an alternative means to pay for travel. However, using currency at the monolith didn't make much sense from a lore perspective. Obviously, that's, you know, not very immersive. Further brainstorming session led us to the idea of specialized travel essence, or TE for short. The basic guess is that we double the capacity of each player Ember Stone, and the added capacity can only be filled with travel essence. This allows player to bank some of their essence for travel while reserving the rest for abilities. In addition, if player were required to pay for this conversion, it adds an universal but optional gold thing into the game, which should benefit the economy. When using a monolith, travel funds will be removed from travel essence first, followed by your regular essence. So that also means if you are a player that don't have a lot of money, you can still use your regular Ember essence, which is not banked as travel essence, to use monolith. So you're not stuck. It's an additional option. It's an opportunity. You can imagine that there's a little compartment in your Ember Stone that is reserved for travel, and the rest is for abilities, for example. But if you are out of travel essence and you don't have the money or the mean to transfer it, you can still use the rest of your Ember essence as usual. So no one will be limited. In this patch, a new device called the Taproot has been added to the Academy. this is activated in much the same way as a monolith. But as this experiment is not connected to the Ember monolith, network that flow through the world, no actual teleportation take place. The sapped essence still channel through the taproot as it does in a monolith. The difference here is that when it reaches the bottom, it finds no viable pathway and instead leaks out and quickly hardens into rosin that can be reabsorbed into your Ember stone for later use. So that is the lore explanation, the scientific research made by the Academy. They try to create a monolith, but yeah, there it is. And that's where you will find it. So you
It
will
looks nice.
It is really cool, right? But you will see here on this little area. Okay, I need to show you guys. I need to show you. This is something you will see here in the community show, and you will not really see in game unless you observe it. All right, so you see this beautiful device on the table that has been created by our artists. A very beautiful, nice device with a lot of lore. But previously, while waiting for it, Undone has created a device. And that's the device. So,
Nice.
yep. I say, no, Undone, you cannot do that. No, that you're going too far. You're going too far. But it is very funny. So you can find the device here. You will find it on the shelf. It has been shelved.
Okay.
It gives French vibes, AR Prinzigram. Each Ember stone in the game can now hold Ember Essence up to its max capacity, plus its max capacity in Travel Essence. To purchase Travel Essence, you must speak with Galino Man in the Academy, which will open the conversion interface. Here you can use a slider to determine how much Travel Essence you would like to purchase. Hit convert and here you go. The best part about this process is that every 1 essence converted turns into 2 Travel Essence. This process is a great way to double the value of your hard-earned essence when it comes to travel. When using a monolith, the travel essence is used before regular essence. But if you run out of travel essence, you can still travel with your regular Ember essence. So here, crudely cut Ember stone, max essence 100, max travel essence 100, required to fill travel essence 50 Ember essence plus 1 gold, etc. And you can see here all of the price for every Ember stone. We do recognize that this conversion process is not exactly cheap. One should consider it a luxury provided by the Academy. And as a friendly reminder, players are not forced to engage with this system. It is simply offered as a way to make your essence more potent for travel purpose at the cost of some in-game coins. If you decide to never purchase travel essence from the Academy, then travel via Monolith will work exactly as it has for you in the past. So this is really just a bonus. Nothing has been removed from you. It's a bonus that you can use or you cannot use, depending on what you want. Next month. What can we know? Well, yeah, let's speak about the travel essence before next month. So, Antrix, still excited about it?
Yeah, I think it's gonna be good that I have a backup so I can travel. I have sometimes I push the wrong button and I use up all my Ember essence, so it would be nice.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's a way to also have more Ember essence at your disposal in general.
Yeah,
So that's pretty
of
cool.
course.
Because very often it's true that you are fighting and you are already saving your Ember Essence. It's an important part of the game, like monitoring your Ember Essence, be sure when you're using your alchemy ability to not waste it, knowing, okay, I'm in a rupture, so now I can go freely and I can go ahead and use all of my alchemy. In some other moment, I'm in the depth of a dungeon, so I have to really pay attention. And then maybe at some point you will have to use your last alchemy things to save the group, and you will be out for traveling. So this travel essence that is stored will ensure you that you have a way to get out and to continue to travel and not have run all the way from Forgotten Depth to New Haven City. Now, some concern that has been shared by the community already is like, I don't want to go to New Haven just for that, because that costs already Ember Essence. So the idea will not really be to force players to travel back to the city, but more like if you're going back to the city, then you can take the chance to store your Ember Essence as well. And it's also a way to encourage players to come back more often to the city. The city is really meant to be the hub. And for players to spend time there. There's the fair trade every Sunday that you are invited. You can join if you have the time. And we would like to have New Haven City to be vibrant, like a social hub, at least some of the time. Therefore, you will have all kind of services that will be unique to the city. So you go back to it. And yes, at some point, we will be working on this monolith inside the city project, but like I have said many times before, what we don't want to do is to just have a monolith like that. We want to create something more about this. We want to make a big deal out of the construction of the Ember monoliths in the city. Prophet is asking, is there any concept of like guild storage? This might be something we will work on, but that's on the wish list, not on the roadmap, because it will be a serious big undertaking. And so we're working on other stuff at the moment. But this is something that has been requested many times by the community and that we find interesting. We have nothing against it, but it's more a question of the permission and the social server and all that kind of deal are pretty intense for this, so it's not a project that's very high on the priority list at the moment. All right, any other question related to the travel essence? I did miss the question regarding the mail. All right, need to scroll up. How many mailboxes will there be in every world? So you will have 2 mailboxes in New Haven City in front of each bank. One bank which is very used, the other one not at all, but there is a mailbox anyway. And then you will have 1 mailbox at every important camp. So you can think of Raven Rock, Brook Hollow, Vantessa, or Sheercrook. Those kind of area. So you will have 1 mailbox in those camp, which are, you know, in general, the place where you find the bulletin board, the repair, the merchants, and all those kind of services. You will not find a mailbox in the wilderness, obviously. Okay, what about next month? No, they're not shown on the map. But you can imagine that where there is a bulletin board, there will be a mailbox. So the bulletin board are shown on the map. So because the maps will start to be crowded if we add too many things. So you most of the time at every camp you do have all the services. So it's part of the services. Will there be the new water cooler hot zone across the land? Yeah, that's it. Next month, the current short list of deliveries you can expect for next month. So be excited, guys. Engine upgrade to Unity 2022. Finale with an interrogation point. So who knows? Maybe not. It's been a while that Hundon has been working on this. more humanoid performance improvement. Looking at you, Exile Freehold. This is something that has been reported a lot. So we had a lot of players speaking about the performance in Exile Freehold. So hopefully this will ease it. So we have heard you. We are working on it. Dry Food Fortress. The name is pending. It's probably not going to be Dry Food Fortress. Okay, guys? But the dungeon is being prepared and it's coming next month. NPC AI improvement, new shirt, new NPCs, a new creator to go in the Dry Food Fortress. This list is not the definitive list of what we'll release next month, just a list of things that are currently on deck or in progress. And there it is. No, the epic are not with the Dry Food Fortress, the epic are with Forgotten Depth Tree. There is still more work that needs to be done for the epic quest, but they're being worked on. I'm going to play out one of the quests, so it is not really a big spoiler, Marcus. This quest is basically the tutorial quest I was speaking about that introduce new player to Embers. So it's something very simple. It's not a chain quest with a lot of intrigue. There's just a little bit of lore and context and a few tasks to help you to know how it works to find an Embers by yourself. Crank is asking, does NPC AI improvement include fixing many enemy type from constantly moving inside of you when in combat? So that's something, it's not related, but that's something we have been working on already. And that might be part of it, but I'm not really sure, and I cannot answer you about what specifically those AI improvements are meant to be. So I do not have this information to share with you. But the NPCs that are moving and not placing very correctly, it's something that we are working on, which is very annoying, very difficult to set up. And so basically we don't have it right. But especially for the big creator, but it has been corrected many times already and it's still not perfect. So absolutely something we want to adjust and work on, but so far, you know, that's what it is. The subject of the week, which will be the new content, but also something very important to share.
Okay.
All right, so guys, I'm going to cut this. There we go. This is our loading screen, or character selection screen, right? You can have all your little characters that are around the Ember Ring in the forest at the little camp. You have one character which is resting against the tent. You have 3 other that are standing, waiting for something. And you have the last one which is sitting. For the sitting position here that you can see there, well, you need to have a certain size because if you're teeny, like my character, well, you're not sitting properly. But it's fun. You have your little band of character. If you're a subscriber, you have the 5 character. And that's really cool. Now, you all know that the War Within is about to release, and so there's a lot of talk about World of Warcraft and about the excitement of the different new features that are coming in, including the Warband. And so the Warband is the ability of having all of your character kind of tied by accounts. So you have a bank system that you can share between all the character of your account, regardless of their server, which is all really, really cool feature. That and many more, but we're not talking about World of Warcraft in this show, not too much. But look at this. Look at that. That's the loading screen of the Warband. I mean, there's a little resemblance, right? Don't you think, Antrix? What do you say about that? Don't you find some similarities with our loading screen?
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah. Right? So I want to mention, that's the reason why I'm showing you, that this is really cool. But we were the first, which means that maybe, just maybe Blizzard inspired themselves from our game. And that as a small teeny MMORPG, it's very, very flattering. So I hope it's true. I hope that's it. Otherwise, I guess that, being around an embering, or a fire, it's kind of common when you're adventuring with your friends. And so it makes sense. But still, you have this little tent on the side, and there's a little bit of similarities with our thing. Anyway, that's all I had to say with that. Flying Embers. No. No, you don't understand, Genera. We are not copying World of Warcraft. It's World of Warcraft that copy us. Yes. All right, bringing back the little quest over here. So yeah, the new feature, or the new content this month is quite consequent when you think about it. That's sure, we do not have a new zone and we do not have a new dungeon, but you have 5 quests, and I promise you, beside the tutorial little quests that I am showing you right here, those quests are long. They are chain quests. It's not small quests. Some are going from very low level and across all the zone almost. Some will also require you to think. They're more like investigation with mysteries and puzzle to solve. So we'll be very excited to see what the community find out, how you're enjoying those. If you like the intrigue, do not hesitate to share your feedback, especially if you like those quests for our writer, so they know what you enjoy the most. And it's very heavy. As a reminder, the quests do not give you any experience. This is done intently. This is the design choice. Quests are made for you to enjoy an adventure, to have a sense of purpose while you're doing your adventure, to have some lore and some context about the world you are exploring, and also to give you some good rewards. So you can do quests just because you like the rewards. There's text to read, and sometimes you need to use your brain. It's not just something stupid. Sometimes you have to figure out things for yourself. That's the point with the quests. Marcus is saying imitation is the sincerest form of flattery. Exactly. That's how I'm taking it. No, let's be serious. It's most likely that Blizzard is not even aware of our existence. But if it was, that would be awesome. So I like to think it is like that. I've decided. Marcus is saying, I wish you could see a list of quests you have not yet discovered. Is that full list somewhere? Maybe on the wiki? Maybe on the wiki. That will be a Zig question. So maybe Zig have an answer for you on that regard. So yeah, beside the 5 quests that are added to the game, and it was a long time overdue, right? It's been a while that those quests were ready to be implemented. But as we are a small team, as a reminder, when our dev is working on the mail system, he cannot work on implementing the quest. So now that the mail is done, he could implement the quest. And that's why you have 5 quests now in the mail system. So I'm quite excited with the mail, especially as now that will be my way to give you a reward when you participate to the weekly game. So that will make my job easier, which is really good. And I think we can organize fun stuff with mail. You can also send a good word to someone you like or something like this. You can send gifts. So it can serve many purposes, but also and hopefully help with trading. That was the main goal about the mail. So what do you think about that, Antrix?
Yeah, I think it's good. People can send me gold.
Yeah, you can do that too. But were you someone that trade a lot with other player?
A few times.
Okay. Do you think that could help you trade more, or?
It will be easier. So if I'm at a zone and I can just send it over, so I don't have to go all the way.
Yeah.
So
Absolutely.
it should go faster.
So yeah, hopefully that will encourage players to exchange with each other. The other point of the travel essence was to find and to figure out a nice goal sync. So this is something that's been very often discussed with the community. There is not enough goal sync into the game, meaning that at higher level, when you have maxed out your storage already in your earning gold, you don't have anything to do with your gold. Which is the reason why we needed to find a goal thing, which is not repair kits or repair cost, because repair costs are mostly impacting tank and defender, and it's not something we want to do more, right? So we needed to have a goal thing that also is lasting. When you're opening all your storage, at some point you're done, while the travel essence will be something that will always be relevant. So we hope that it will probably not solve the economy system and save it, but it might help into making acquiring gold desirable and help out with having a healthier economy.
Sounds good.
Does mail autospell, or can you accidentally send a mail to a non-existent player? No, you cannot, but you could send an email to an existing player which is not the player you intended to. But if it's a player that does not exist, the mail, you will have an error message, basically. However, if someone has the same, the name you spelled while thinking about another person, that... I was thinking, and this is almost out of subject, but all this talk about trade and economy and goals think made me think about something. The community in Embers Adrift is very helpful and generous. And a lot of people are not purchasing item because they receive item from their guildies and from their communities, and you really have a very generous community. And it's kind of interesting because as gold does not have a lot of value in our game after certain points, people are just giving away stuff. And I'm thinking, is it really bad?
No.
Yeah.
I think it's good.
Yeah, it is good because, it doesn't make money very valuable, but wouldn't it be nice if we were living in a world like that?
Yep, that would be nice.
I mean, in some way, it's true that maybe gold has not a lot of value in our world, but services, community, giving away, taking care of each other, that has so much more value rather than having a healthy economy. So granted, you cannot really make fortune while selling your items at the trade fair, but maybe you make friendship and I don't know, other things that work better. So I'm really wondering, that's more a philosophical question, but what's your take on that, guys? Think about it for a moment. Is it really a wrong thing? Smartbone is asking a question. When you send mail to people, do you pay a fee in the game? Yes, you do. You have a fee, and the fee is calculated depending of the selling price, so the normal vendor price of the item you're selling.
Okay.
Flobit is saying, please implement unique die so we can look unique. A great thing to spend gold on. Yeah, there might be a system of die. This is something we have received often as a feedback. It's certainly something we're working on the tech to implement it. So it might happen one day. It's a possibility. That's also on the wish list. It's not really planned, but who knows when that might pop in. There's the goal that we have established for ourselves and that we have shared with you, that you can check on by checking the roadmap. And then there's all those little things we are adding anyway, because there is someone that has an inspiration or something that work out, or we answer a need of the community very fast, stuff like that. So what we are bringing to the game is not limited to the roadmap.
Sounds good. I need longer beard.
Yeah, I know. That's also something that's been requested. I think the reason why we don't have them yet, beside the fact that our artist is busy creating new creature for Dryfoot Fortress, is the fact that it's clipping into the armor, and there might be something about that. So we will have to see, because I know that our artist has spent quite some work into correcting some armor so they will not clip with hair, and the hair has been specifically created so they were not really clipping into your armor. I don't know you, but for me, I can't stand when the hair is clipping into my armor.
Yeah.
I just hate it. So Marcus is saying, buy a month of sub for 100 gold in game. I'm not sure about that. I don't know if it's a very good idea. I think that can lead to not really nice things. I don't think we want to start with that. So a nightly Ember, making the bow less clunky, sometimes shots from skill don't fire. Have you been checking if you were at the right distance? Because with a bow, you need to pay attention to the distance, to the range of your bow. If you're playing with a long bow, you have a maximum distance, which is very far, but then you have also a minimal distance, so you need to maintain it. So you can check that out in case you do not know by mouse hovering and your ability and alt at the same time, and so you will see the dead distance that happen with longbow and crossbow, and that you don't have with shortbow, because you can be in melee range with a shortbow, but you can't with a longbow. So I'm not saying that's what happened, but that's something to pay attention to. And if it's not that, then there might be a bug, and then to report it in game when it happened will be the most useful thing by typing /reports, so we can explore that and test that and make the change. All right. Yeah, there's also a hit is not always guaranteed. So there is miss-hit sometimes. That's something different. So I don't really know what you're saying. If it's skills on fire, if it's not related to distance, that's a bug. Because I don't think Nightly Ember is speaking about the hit. All right. So, anyone has any other question or comments related to the new content we are having this week? This month, actually?
Not this month, but I was wondering the level range on that fortress in Dryfoot.
Yeah, I'm not sure yet.
Okay.
I'm not sure yet, but it will probably be past 35.
Okay.
To start with, and I think the idea was to have 2 different level range. So you will have, like, let's imagine 35 to 40 and then 45 to 50. I'm just making things up here, so don't quote me on that, but something like that, to have a mix of a player hanging out in the Dryfoot Fortress, and to also have something to look forward when you start the beginning of the forest. You know, oh, I can do this next part when I'm higher level, and you have a reason to go back to it. So, but nothing is set in stone yet. So yeah, we will see. That will be the surprise next month. The first news I would like to speak about is a video that has been created by Redbird Flynn. I've been talking about Redbird Flynn's before. He has been organizing this scruffy MMORPG award show that were really, really nice, and that Embers Adrift won for the category of indie game, indie MMORPG specifically. So Redbird Flynn has been creating a lot of MMORPG related content. He's covering most games and most important news related to MMORPG, with an emphasis on old school MMORPG because it's more in it's online and the game he's playing. And so he has made a video about the not top 10 MMORPG, which means we are always speaking about the top 10 MMORPG, World of Warcraft, Final Fantasy XIV, Elder Scrolls Online, etc. And so he made a video about the not top 10 MMORPG that you could play. And he has been speaking about Embers Adrift, obviously. So here I have a little extract of his video.
From one newly released indie MMO that was inspired by older ones to another one that was been around for just a little bit longer and actually won our 2023 Scuff Game Awards Indie MMO of the Year, let's talk about Embers Adrift. Embers Adrift is a PvE-focused MMORPG that is distinctly low fantasy, but has more magic to the world than you might initially suspect, especially the longer you explore it. But if you're looking for elves and orcs, you're probably going to end up disappointed. Embers Adrift, built in the Unity engine, has been perhaps the most active post-development MMO I've seen in some time that doesn't actually have a huge team behind them. They are constantly engaging with their community and adding new content to the game, like the recently updated alchemy system that brings in magical enhancements to abilities at level 20 and higher using resources. The game is going to play slower than most modern MMOs. A lot of the things that go into this game are strictly by design. The darkness is dark, the monsters are scary, the danger is dangerous. But thankfully you'll get a torch for all the times that you get jump scared by a hideous monster or a cute bunny. That happened to me a couple times. It's an...
So here it is. A fun little video. Of course,
Yeah,
I've not.
that was a nice one.
Yeah, exactly. I have not shown the entirety of his presentation about Embers Adrift, obviously, but the whole video is very interesting and will interest people. I think, especially our community is eager to play some other old school game and game on the same style, so it will be absolutely relevant to you. And it's always nice to see someone which is dedicated to not always showing off the most trendy things or the most well-known game, and is also spending quite a lot of energy and time to cover the smaller project or the smaller game or the less popular game. So I'm very grateful about that video, and I think it was funny and nicely presented. And what do you think about the Quillback and tricks? Do you like them?
Yeah, I did like it. So this is good.
They are, if you pay attention to the Quillback from close, if you've never done it, please do so. Check them close and see if you still find them cute. They are nasty little things, those Quillbacks, I will say. So, but Redbird Flynn is a very nice content creator, which has really flourished this last year. So I wish him the very best, and it's nice that he's paying attention to us. So that's really cool. Other than that, I have two new streamers in the community to share with you guys. So we do have a new influx of players. That's really, really great. And so we do have new streamer and new content creators. So this week I want to introduce two of them. The first one is our friend, and I will always massacre her name, so I want to check it. Fiasefa. Sophia Sefa, which has started recently to play Embers Adrift and to stream Embers Adrift, she does have a very chill stream where she's not commenting, so you will see the raw game, but she's also part of a lot of groups, so you can play with her and you can always chat in the chat by text. She will always respond. So it's a very nice stream to check on your second screen if you're listening to some music while you're doing your own thing at the same time, because you can have this company with you and have a text chat if you rather do that than to hear someone else speaking. So I think those kind of stream are very valuable, and so that's really nice. And then we have the Council of Levy, aka known as Livy, that you can find in-game. We just recently started streaming, inspired, I think, by Antrix. I think, Antrix, you're a little bit guilty of that.
Yeah.
So let's see a little extract of the stream.
Okay. You can keep pulling if you want.
Sure.
Get that practice in. Then your next goal will be practicing healer, because it's your favorite class.
Mm-hmm.
This will be a fun spot for ads to spawn in. Pull it back a little bit more. It's gonna probably still hit you.
No, it's good.
Alright. Here we got another ad coming from up top.
Yep.
And from behind.
Yep. I'm just doing AoE taunt. Stack them together there. That way our berserkers can have fun. And another one. Out of stamina.
There we go. So Levi is also someone that is very knowledgeable about the game, is very helpful, is playing very often with low-level player. And Antrix, am I right when I say that he did taught you a lot about the game itself?
Yeah, he has. He had taught me a lot.
And
So.
Now it's you who teach him how to stream. Isn't that beautiful?
Yeah.
So that's really great. So you will probably see a lot of Antrix slash the Council of Levy streams, and maybe with some other, because Vicky the Great is also playing often with you and streaming with you. And that's pretty cool, actually, to see the community flourishing like that, and to see content creator playing together, streaming together. All right. So, well, that's it for the community news. So, always a pleasure to see and discover new content creator and to see the community really building up. So, it is true, Embers Adrift is a very small community, but it's also a tight-knit community. It does have some advantage. Everyone knows each other, and most people like each other and appreciate each other because they have been playing with each other for so long. So we had a very solid core in the higher level, and now you see that building up in the lower level player with the more recent player as well. So that's very nice. So thank you guys for being part of the community, for streaming and creating content for the game and being very welcoming and nice with other player. Thanks a lot for that. And to you as well, Entrix.
Yeah.
So now let's...
Thanks. Yep.
Go ahead, sorry.
I just want to thank you for having me on, and I'm really looking forward to playing with all the guys again and getting into the game and testing it out.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Yeah.
Before we end the show, I need to do the weekly game. So the weekly game, if you know, you can post a screenshot, and every week there is a little game to solve or something to do. What was it this week? So last week, take a screenshot, including last week we do not have mailbox. No, we don't. This week we will, but not yet. Trade something with someone. Take a screenshot showcasing the trade. 1 screenshot per player. So let's see what are the thing. Here we go. We have, who has that? Noodles. Noodle is trading with Levy. Look at that. Noodles, Levy is trading some region. Very nice. That's our first entry. Our second entry is Flub. Historical and Liesa is trading some potion and some copper bar. Very nice. And then last but not least, but this is Entrix. What have you been trading? You have been trading to Gublo some meat. Do you have anything to comment about that trade?
I'd made too much meat, so I just traded, and he was happy with it. So yeah.
Nice, very good. All right, so we have 3 entries. So let's see who is going to be the winner. Who is going to be the first player to receive their 1 gold coin into the mailbox with a message written by myself? Isn't that nice? All right.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's cool. I agree. It's cool. What will I write? Who's the winner? It would be fun if it was you. Oh, it's you! Congratulations, Entrix, you won! Yay!
Thank you.
Yeah, it's nice. You will have a secret message and a gold in your mail. Isn't
Cool.
that nice?
Yeah.
I'm very happy to inaugurate the mailbox like that. Well, what will be the next weekly game? Well, you will discover that on Discord later today. Maybe it will be related to the new content, or maybe not. Who knows? Who knows? All right. Well, that's it for today. Entrix, do you have any word of conclusion to share with the community before we conclude this show?
Well, I just want to let people know, keep on doing what they're doing because it works, and yeah, it's fun playing the game.
Thank you so much. And you're proving it every day on your stream. So guys, please be sure to give a follow to Entrix, but also all the other content creators have been sharing it. If you are watching this video on YouTube, you can check all the information in the information box. Thank you so very much for watching this episode. I wish you all a very wonderful time. Take care of yourself and your family. And do not hesitate to check us live every week during the maintenance on Twitch TV. It's at 6 p.m. Central Europe time or 11 a.m. Central American time. Take care of yourself and see you soon. Bye, everyone.